This match, of course, spilling out of the fatal four-way, no DQ women's champion match from last night in Adelaide, where the then champion Lena Kross, who'd held the title for 24 hours.
Way to the ring, the team of Jessica Troy and Lena Kross, the Rebellion!
Holding the title for only 24 hours before Ash, by Elegance, got it back.
And I have to say, I doubted it at first, but the Rebellion, even in a fatal four-way affair, even for then Lena Kross's title, were able to stay strong, were able to work as an effective unit from start to finish.
That's right, you owe me a sausage roll.
After tonight, my friend. But for now, there is no pretenses needed. The Rebellion are going to continue to be strong and are looking to finish off the tour to take down, well, the team of Santana, Garrett, and the current women's champion, Ash by Elegance, here tonight.
But will it be a fair fought competition, or is this
And their
revenge?
opponents.
Of course, we know now Santana, Garrett, and Ash by Elegance, who have had a healthy respect for one another and have been on each other's side throughout this Legacy Tour. Now we await the champion herself, having an absolutely death-defying performance the other night.
Introducing the team of Santana Garrett and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance.
Of course, last night we were worried about Ash by Elegance after she finished that brutal match, bleeding from the mouth. We thought maybe she'd lost a tooth or worse, but it appears she's at 100% tonight. But wrestling 4 nights in a row, wrestling in a death match the night before, is any wrestler really at 100%?
Exactly right, and at least a saving grace for Ash by Elegance is that the title is not on the line tonight. This is tag team rules. This is simply a straight up grudge match. Looking for revenge, looking to end the tour with your hands held high.
And the Rebellion wasting no time jumping their opponents to get this competition underway.
Double Luthez presses. Santana, Garrett, Ash by Elegance mounting the Rebellion as they scatter to the outside, looking to get at least a degree of separation. There, the championship belt is held high. This match, I don't believe, has started technically yet.
I think Ash was just reminding everyone what it's actually all about. This match may not be for the title, but that's what it's all about. That's what everyone wants. That's what everyone is after.
And I don't know if Jessica Troy was going to start the match, but Ash has thrown her in the ring, and now we have our 2 legal competitors start proceedings. Current women's champion Ash by Elegance and Jessica Troy asking to be placed down gently. She actually might do it here. A degree of weight. Oh no! Nose, mouth, straight to the floor.
Santana Garrett trying to get in to help. Lena Kross meeting her halfway.
Former women's champion Lena Kross in the ring. Both.
It's important to keep your back flexible. Remember that.
What is that? Well, here's how we finish things off in the Legacy Tour. Here in the Evans Theatre, double horse riding. No! Posterior slaps for both members of the Rebellion. Jessica Troy taking a wild amount of damage here
No
in the
buts
opening minutes
about
of the
it.
contest.
No buts about it. Jessica Troy is in danger. Santana Garrett with a 3. Quick kick out at 2.
Go. Garrett and Troy now in the ring here. Multiple arm drags, just wearing down Jessica Troy. The Grenoble grappler in a predicament here, kicking out once again. Both champion and former champion waiting on the outside here. Very interesting. Obviously we can be disqualified here in this contest. There will be no stop signs, no ladders, no tables.
No, that will be coming in the main event, where we see Matt Cardona going up against Nick Nemeth for not only the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship, but the Internet Championship as well in a Sydney street fight.
That's right. Though the World Series Wrestling Women's title is not on the line, the Australian title, the tag team title, and the World Heavyweight title, as well as the Internet Championship, are all on the line here tonight in Sydney.
And now we see the well-oiled unit, that is the Rebellion, working together. Nothing beats a tag team. You can throw two people together, but they're not going to work together as well as a couple who have traveled the road together, who have worked through blood, sweat and tears together. An actual tag team like the Rebellion is still something to be taken care of.
This is the thing to keep in mind. As much as there is a healthy respect, healthy competition between Ash and Santana Garrett, you're exactly right. They can wear matching gear, but they are not a well-oiled machine. They're not a well-established tag team. The Rebellion is. Lena Kross and Jessica Troy, make no mistake about it, are devastatingly dangerous in tag team action. If you're not familiar in a tag team environment,
just smart ring presence there by Lena Kross.
It is about understanding not only where your partner is, but where your opponents are at all times. Really being able to cut off your opponent from making the tag. At this point, you'll see the Rebellion look to isolate Santana Garrett from making a tag. And as you can see right there, putting her body in between Santana Garrett and her corner.
Well, it just makes smart sense. Yeah, sure. You're going to go for the weakest link, and at the moment, Santana Garrett is the weakest link. She's been in there the longest. She's taken the most offense. That's who you want to wear down. You don't want the fresh person to come in and make your life worse. Now, if they were smart, Lena Kross would tag in Jess here.
That's it, quick tags. There we go, just taking a moment to add insult to injury. And then it's those quick tags that's going to keep each member of the Rebellion strong as the big boots to the midsection and the long legs of Lena Kross. Santana Garrett is taking an absolute beating here, and the longer this goes on, the more and more desperate she is going to become.
I was going to say it's better odds for Lena and Jess, the Rebellion. They know what they're doing.
Troy coming across against the ropes. Big elbow smash. Santana trying to mount some offense back. Gets Troy, gets Lena Kross. Finally creating some separation here. Santana needs to tag out.
Crawling towards the ring with the last bit of her energy, but stopped by Lena.
Lena Kross, obviously not the legal competitor, but still trying to prevent Santana, who's now reaching forth. The champion makes her way into the ring.
Big clothesline to Jess. Hard right fist to Lena. Another clothesline to Jess. Ash is fired up. She's fresh and she's ready to make a point.
You see the inverted contact between members of the Rebellion here. Now Lena Kross and Troy in opposing corners. Ash by Elegance is on fire here. Lena Kross.
Not the first time this tour we've seen inverted contact between the Rebellion. I'm sure it's all a mistake.
Looking for the 10 punches from Ash by Elegance, current WSW Women's Champion, with a bit of insult to injury.
Is that what you call it?
Sure. Oh my God! Full weight. Ash by Elegance.
Jess with a save. Now Garrett in to counter that save with a devastating headbutt. And a couple of her own right hands.
Wind must be knocked out of Lena Kross. And now, team of Ash and Santana Garrett whipping both members and now eating double clotheslines.
What was I saying before about a well-oiled team? Never mind.
Both teams trying to rally for control here. Garnering the energy of the Evan Theatre here in Sydney. Springboard, double springboard by Ash. I have to say, for a team that has not been together very often, it seems like they have done their homework. Ash and Santana looking, gelling surprisingly well in comparison to the Rebellion. It's whether they can continue that. The problem is, can you maintain control? Can you maintain cohesion when you are being beaten down? The longer this match goes on, can your mind stay fresh?
I think the more pressing question would be, what makes you think Santana isn't thinking about that World Series Wrestling Championship? What makes you think Santana's not thinking, hang on, this might be an opportunity to get in good books and get myself a title shot down the line?
It is the problem with being the champions. We know that you have a target on your back from everyone else in the locker room that has to be at the front of Ash's mind here as she comes up for a dirty front suplex and an even dirtier kick to the face for a 2 count. You talk about somebody that must have the WSW Women's Championship on the brain. Look no further than Lena Kross.
She lost it less than 24 hours ago. Give her time to grieve, Sean. Jeez.
You're going to see her channel that aggression. It's like a modified magic killer. Center of the ring. Turi and Santana breaking up the pinfall.
And Jess chose to turf her, but got turfed herself. Big kick by Lena. Knocks out Garrett. Looks like we're down to Ash and Lena.
Where Lena has that built-in advantage, the reach that Lena has, that is able to just boot someone seemingly from halfway across the ring. However, it might be for nothing here as Ash by Elegance gets set for some rarefied air! Catches it! Ash might have it! The champion! Wow! The champion!
Here are your winners, the team of Santana Garrett and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Ash by Elegance.
Ash putting a full stop on this tour here. The champion with a decisive victory over Lena Kross and the Rebellion.
You can see why she is your World Series Wrestling Women's Champion. With a performance like that, look down, look beaten, was able to come back against the odds and claim the victory once again right here in Sydney on the last night of the Legacy Tour. Celebrating, of course, the 20th anniversary of World Series Wrestling.
And this will be the second tour where Ash by Elegance will leave as the Women's Champion. Bringing a lucky fan into the ring here. That's what it's all about. But let's look at the story that was. We see both teams employing double team maneuvers.
Yeah, that was quite the maneuver.
The Rebellion really struggling to isolate their opponents, and we found that Santana and Ash by Elegance actually working as a pretty well-oiled machine in their own right until finally Jessica Troy was ousted from the ring and the champion was able to isolate Lena Kross enough to garner the pinfall.
Just shows what a dominant wrestler